Hi, I'm Rich Fink from the Western Loudon Art and Studio Tour. And today I have the privilege of interviewing artist Kathy Beck. Kathy, how are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, doing well. Let's get started. So tell me about your artistic journey.
Wow. I can't remember a time when I wasn't creating, painting, drawing. And I like to say that what I do is genetic because my mom used to make everything, decorations for the house, clothes for all three girls and herself.
Wow.
So I grew up thinking that's what everybody did, right? If you want something, you made it.
Okay. And what is your you have a number of different mediums that you work with, right?
I do. I guess I don't like to get bored. So I mix it up, literally and figuratively. I like to do everything from quilting to painting, just throwing a little mixed media in there.
Mhm. Okay. What is your favorite?
At this point, it's
Yeah.
got to be uh, working as a fiber artist, working with quilting in the traditional way, as well as working in an artistic way, creating art quilts that you hang on a wall like a painting.
So how long have you been doing this quilting?
Well, traditionally for a very long time, but about 5 years ago, when I retired for good and got to indulge in everything that I love to do, I stumbled upon quilting in a whole new way using technology. So, what I do now is integrate computer technology with traditional quilt making.
And how exactly does that work out? Is this working on say quilting programs that are online, or because I honestly I don't really know anything about quilting, so it's up
A
to you to.
little, yeah, a little of that. It does include some patterns that are online.
Uh,
What I really love though is the sewing machines now integrate some of them some really sophisticated computers. So you're working with a computer embedded in the machine, and in that I can create my own literal quilting design where you're stitching the batting and the top and bottom together. And I can create my own embroidery pattern overlays that I use, and then, of course, put them together, piecing like one would normally do.
wow, I had no idea that they computerized sewing machines and the like.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
So
amazing.
yeah, it is. It is amazing. So, is that what you're doing now mostly? You know, out of your multiple skill sets, artistic skill sets, are you leaning more towards the embroidery and quilting and that type of thing?
I am, but I like to integrate my traditional art work. So I'll maybe take one of my paintings or one from one of the family members because we all paint, and I will translate that into a quilting form.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, so when you're painting, are you an oil painter, or do you prefer watercolor, or what?
I prefer acrylics,
Okay.
and I do some watercolor. Oils are great, but the toxic quality of the oils kind of keeps me from doing that, most of the time.
What I would like to do now is bring over the three images that I mentioned to you before,
Okay.
that from the juried selections that are on the WLAST.org and your artist page. And then we can talk about it. Does that sound good to you?
Sure.
All right, and here they are. So let's start from going left to right. What can you tell me about the this painting on the left-hand side, and what inspired you to do this?
Oh, that is actually an art quilt that I created from a gouache painting by my son. He did this painting about 20 inches by 20 inches, and I just loved the painting, but he sold it. So I took a print of that painting and started figuring out the lighting, the color, the shadows, how I would translate that into fabric. Everything in that painting is fabric.
Wow,
Um, y-
this is the painting of the. I mean, this is the image of the church, right? We're talking about.
it it is, yeah. There's no paint on that. There's nothing but fabric on that. Um,
Wow.
it's not all stitched together yet. It's pinned in some places to give me flexibility.
Mhm.
And when that is said and done, everything will be stitched, and there won't be any traditional quilting other than to maybe give it a little bit of thread here and there, definition in places.
Well, I guess the artist lovers out there who love fiber art. This is what you would call fiber art, correct?
It is.
Yeah. So I guess the art lovers who love their fiber art should be happy that your son sold the painting.
That's one way of looking at it. Yes. And it sparked an interest in doing more of that. So, some of my husband's paintings, some of mine. I'm really excited to try my hand at interpreting those into fiber.
Wow, it's Kathy, it's really great. It's
Thank you.
I had no idea that this was fiber art. I didn't know what media you were using to do it, but I was thinking maybe it's watercolor and or something. But it's amazing that it's
Thank
fiber art. It really is. It's
Yeah,
great.
100% quilting cotton.
That's awesome. It is.
Thank you.
Let's move over to the middle to the middle image. What can you tell me about this?
Well, this is a traditional quilt. It's very large, and it is the Mariner's Compass pattern.
Okay.
And nearly tore my hair out doing that one. It's very, very difficult. I love doing it, but I wouldn't want to do a lot of them.
Okay. What was so difficult about it? Was it the geometric uh, geometric shapes to get that perfection that you have here?
That definitely is the main factor that makes it difficult. Uh, what you have to do is to make sure all your points match at a certain place and that they all come together in the whole quilt, and fit seamlessly. So that was tricky.
I bet. I bet. Um, yeah, I bet. It's sounds tricky, that's for sure.
It-
Okay, let's move over to the one on the right, and this is not fiber art, right? This is a painting.
no, that's in pastels.
Oh, it's in pastels.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. Do you do a lot of pastel work?
I used to do a lot, and it's one of those things where again, like to mix it up, like the different mediums I use.
Uh-huh.
Um, I'll paint for a while in acrylics or watercolor, and then I'll go back to pastel, maybe do an oil painting. If the weather's nice, I can get outside.
Okay. Now I have a question for you about this particular piece. When you were doing your artwork in, whether it's pastels or acrylic or whatever, and you're doing portraits,
Yes.
did you use live models or did you go with photography to work from?
Always photography because I can manipulate that a bit more. She's actually from a black and white photo of just the face.
Really?
And yeah, so I could take a license with, artistic creativity there with colors and draping, mood.
And what, so was this a black and white that you took, or was one where was the starting point of this?
I believe she was black and white in the media.
Oh,
So just a shot of her. I think maybe either is one of those websites that post a lot of copyright free, black and white photos,
okay.
and it's altered considerably. But I like that. I like being able to put my own twist on it.
Sure, sure. Okay. We're going to move back to just you and me, and we're going to talk a little bit more. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So okay. So that's great. There's one thing that I really would like you to do, because I think there's many people that are interested in the type of art that you do, the fiber art stuff. It's just amazing, Kathy. It really is
Thank
just
thank
amazing.
you.
So what I would like you to do is to tell me your social media connections, or websites and those type of things. If you can just give me those links now, that would be fabulous.
Actually, I'm not really set up that way yet, but I
Oh,
am. I do have a presence on. Chip created an Art Barn Instagram website that the several artists that are in the group participate in. So that is the way that at this point in time, social media will be able to get in touch with me.
okay. But you don't have a link at this point, is what you're saying,
I don't. And the um, the WLAST in-person event was really kind of my debut, and one reason for that is that quilting is very tactile, and I really believe that people have to come and feel, touch, see the textures, the colors. They play very differently from art on the wall.
Yeah, I can imagine that. And well, hopefully we will get to the point in the not too distant future, I
I
hope.
know, I
And
know. I am in the process of developing a presence, online because of the recent circumstances. I think that a lot of people are probably trying to rethink, how they communicate and access to your art.
it's been great seeing your work and talking to you.
Thank
Um,
you.
oh, you're welcome. And so have a great day. And I really hope to see the studio that Chip is. It's still in process, right?
It is in process, but it's pretty far along. I mean,
Well, that's
it's
great.
the art barn is exciting.
It is. It's great. I can't wait to see it. But anyway, for you, stay safe and healthy,
Thank you.
and
You too.
I will. And you have a great day.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.